Any idea what the heck I'm talking about? I'm going to show you because these little guys are back in stock. Yay. All right, so I just sent out a message to all of you on my Facebook or text message, but have you ever worked with one of these frames before? So it's like a wire frame underneath it, but it's covered in moss. And I love working with these. And this one, I actually chose some florals from my shop, of course. These pink peonies, which by the way, they're on clearance. In fact, I need to give you guys a link to where you can go shopping for all of this stuff because some of my florals and greenery are really marked down. So I don't want you to miss out on all of that. So let me copy this and I'm going to put this in the comments down below this video. Hey, Charlotte, how are you? Charlotte, you've never used one before? They're really easy. And so I got these and then I also got the stakes, like the cross that has the stakes that go down in the ground. And they're super easy to work with. Oh, darn it. I forgot. Let me switch profiles. Daggone it here. So I'm going to show you how to use them. I do have my glue pot warming up over there. So I grabbed that. I grabbed some peonies, these pink peonies, a few of those. How fun is that? I also grabbed some of this pink filler. It's like the 60919. And it's super fun too. I grabbed a couple of those. I don't know what this one's called. Heather might know, but she's not with me right now because she's too busy playing hide and seek, apparently. Just kidding. All right, where'd that comment go? April, hello, Shelly, good. You just finished your work. Timing is everything. I love it. Let's see. Oh, it's not going to let me pin that. So let me read. I was under the wrong profile when I put that there. All right, there we go. So I will put the link to all the florals and greenery. I'm going to pin that link, hopefully, if it'll let me pin it. Oh, it's being a contrary. But how the heck are you guys? It's 41 degrees today. She's better. Thank you so much for asking. It won't let me pin that one either. So yesterday, so it started Saturday evening, which I was gone Saturday afternoon. I was with the kids until about noon on Saturday. And then I left and then they went to their grandpa's house. And so I guess she went to grandpa's and went like straight to bed or, you know, went and laid down and then dozed off. So grandpa kind of figured she wasn't feeling well at that point. But then she spiked a fever. So still didn't know. And yesterday, if it weren't for someone else like mentioning, hey, you might want to check her for COVID. Somebody else in the class has had COVID. So I'll tell you, I actually had a COVID test up in the medicine cabinet, but it expired in 2022. I tried it. It didn't work. There was nothing. So I ended up ordering a Walmart delivery and having a test delivered here. And that worked okay. So, and it was a definite positive, let me tell you. Definite positive. Okay. So, but she's better. Oops. She's better today for sure. She's been up since about 3:30 along with Gary and I. We just get up at 3:30 when you go to bed early. And she hasn't been drowsy. Like yesterday, she literally stayed in bed the whole day. The whole day. I think the only thing she had to eat yesterday was some fruit, which of course is fine. It's fine. So today she's eating. In fact, she got McDonald's for lunch. Don't tell her brother. Right? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Helen, hello. Hello. April is here and Debbie from Wisconsin. You know I love it. I love it. Okay. Let me just go ahead and jump right in here, folks, because, let me see, I don't need this. Is it going to turn that off? But let's jump over here and let's look at what we're working with, okay? So this moss wreath frame, I put a link to the floral and greenery section because everything that I'm going to be using is in that link. Thank you, Debbie. So this wreath is about 18 inches in diameter. Maybe 17 inches in diameter. But what's really awesome is that you can, the main thing to remember is you're going to go in at an angle, just like you would with a grapevine. You know, with the grapevine, you don't ever want to go straight down with your product. So we're just going to go in at an angle. So I brought some different hues. Oh, that's why I was going to leave my laptop open. I think this is the ginkgo. And I brought some fern. I brought some, button, whatever, something button. The peonies. And this is what I was going to look up. Darn it. Hang on a second. Let's see what this is called. Because this is fun. I love this. I love the variegated look and feel to this one. FG5843. Let me see what this one's called. It's called a tropical croton. It's actually in our Blooms and Greenery box, the spring version of the Blooms and Greenery box. Super, super fun. I love the colors. And of course, our pink sprays. Then this, oh my gosh, let me see. This one is called a spring branch. Imagine that. It's called a spring branch. So we're going to be using that spring branch and all these things in our design today. And I love something new. That's right, Renee. So one thing nice too is that you're going to be different. I like to stand out, as you all probably very well know. And so I like to do things a little bit off the beaten path. Let me see this one. I want to see if it is. Okay, I wasn't sure how many of these we had left, but they are getting low in stock. But they're also part of that closeout. So friends, let's just use those. This is called a spring branch. Okay. The box is gorgeous. Oh, Shelly, yes. The Spring Blooms and Greenery box, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So let's get started. Debbie, you got your Blooms and Greenery box and have used several pieces already. Yep. Hey, Miss Sharon. Hello, hello. Perfect. Let's go back here. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start with some darker colors. So I'm going to layer this. And of course, we're going to need some wire cutters for this. And my glue pot is hot over here off to the side. It's mostly hot. But we're going to start layering. And there we go. Leave those two together. These two together. And set those kind of off to the... You guys can still see, right? Can you see me? Can you see me now? Hello, Miss Sharon. That's going to fall off, sure as the dickens. So let me set that over here. So again, as I'm saying, just like you would with a grapevine, you're going to go in at an angle. Now, I like to dip mine in my hot glue ahead of time. But we're going to look at where do I want my starting point to be. Do I want it to kind of flow this way, which I kind of do. So I'm going to take this fern and I'm just going to come in and push it in at an angle. Right? My darker colors, I'm going to layer those more towards the back. Okay, good. Renee, thank you. And thank you, Shelly. So I'm going to add, he got a little limp right there. That's right. We're going to make him work. No limp today. No limps today. All right, so what I'm going to do is, that's kind of my starting point, and now I need something to come around this way. So where is it going to meet at? And we're going to do about right here. And then we're going to fill in this area. So I'm going to come around here, again, go in at an angle, and see how easy that just slides right in there. And because all of this is wired, if I don't want it to stand up quite as much, that we can also push that down a little bit. So let's just kind of give it our boundaries here. I'm going to do another one kind of off to the side, and same way up here. Just a dab of glue on there. Actually, I have not done florals in a while, and so I told Heather I really wanted to work with this one, but I'm hoping to later this week. I know it's only Tuesday, right? Today's Tuesday? Yeah, I'm hoping later this week that we can do a floral swag that you could use like on a lantern or a lamppost, that kind of thing. So I'm hopeful that we can do that. Virginia, yes, it is for us anyway. All right, so we've got the starting and the end points. Let's add, actually I'm going to bring some of this in here, because this is the spring branch. And like I said, this is actually on that closeout section. But if you bring the spring branch in, all of this is wired. So I can make it shape however I want. So I'm going to cut a few pieces to get me started. And I like the fact that this looks so natural. Like really looks like it came, we went outside and picked it, right? So this one is super long. I'm going to cut it in half. Y'all, I called it Gary today. So with Emma having COVID, of course, what am I doing today? I'm doing laundry, you know, bed sheets and all that fun stuff. So I wash the clothes, I go to put them in the dryer, and the dryer's not working. Now, keep in mind, we are doing all of this remodeling. You know, we're remodeling our kitchen. We don't even have a kitchen right now. And so I call Gary, or I text Gary, and I was like, man, the dryer's not working. He's like, go check the breaker. So I did, and breaker seems to be fine. I'm looking. I can't find what's wrong. And he's like, well, I'll just have to take a look at it when I get home. Well, while I was gone up to the shop, when Emma and I were gone, he stopped by. He goes, I got the dryer working. I was like, great. What was wrong with it? He said, I closed the door. I'm like, no way. I checked that door twice. I promise I did. Look, we're just having a moment. That's all. Just a moment. All right. I don't need that quite as long. So Karen, she is doing better today. She's actually in there in the other room, sitting upright and watching Stranger Things. She asked if she could watch that. She enjoys that. And I've never watched it, but Gary's like, it's okay. I'm really picky, you know, about what they watch. So he's like, no, it's fine. It's fine to watch. So that's what she's doing, is watching Stranger Things right now. I'm surprised she hasn't had a nap, because she truly has been up since 3:30 this morning. All right, one more, maybe right in here, and we're going to keep going. Look, the struggle is real. Look, I am transparent. Can you, if y'all don't know, I just tell it like it is. All right, so this guy, I think it's called a ginkgo plant. And again, I want the different colors. Look at the different greenery that we're working with here. So, and you'll also notice that how I'm putting it in, I started out here and I'm layering back, because look at that hot glue right there. We don't want to see mechanics. So when I go this direction, I'm going to be covering up the mechanics. So I think about that always, you know, which direction I'm going to go, and how it's going to affect the overall design. And how could I use it to my advantage? I'm always looking to make it to my advantage. There we go. Push those sucker up. Those are pushers. How many of you like the pushers? Shirley, hello, hello. Sorry, Shelly, you like Stranger Things? I've never watched it. And Gary's like, Stephanie, you would love it. And you know what my problem is I don't want to get involved in anything. Actually, the most recent thing that I got involved with was a show called Lincoln Lawyer on Paramount. absolutely loved it. I binge watched it there, and next thing you know, it's season 3, and the fun, you know, it ended at season 3, and I was like, where's the rest of this? Well, apparently it's not out yet. I really enjoyed The Lincoln Lawyer, so if they come up with another episode, I'm going to be watching it. But I just don't have time. I just choose not to spend my time. Let's put it that way. It's all good. Debbie, you love the pushers? Yes, I do too. If you guys don't know what we mean, it's the leaves on this will slide up and down on the branch. And so it allows you to either have like an airy feel to the branch, or you can push them all up closer to each other so you have more of a bushier feel to it. So that's what we call pushers. They push up and down. All right, let's see what we can do with these guys. Beth, hello, hello. It's not lamb's ear, and it's not soft. It's actually like a dusted plastic. Let me actually see what the name of this one is, friends, because here we go. Oh, it says right here. It's called Frosted something, 82460. And I did put a link to, it's called Ginkgo Lint Bush. Ginkgo Lint, like L-E-N-T, Bush. And it's a frosted one. But I did put a link to the Florals and Greenery. This moss frame is in that link. All the Florals and Greenery that I'm using today is in there. And of course, hey, Deborah. As I mentioned, some of the things are in the closeout. So go grab them because they're definitely in season. All right, let's move on. Look, I get talking and then I get squirrel moments. I have to go live here in my Etsy Made Easy class shortly. So I can't dilly-dally around, that's for sure. What time is it? Oh yeah, I've got 30 minutes, I'm good. They'll wait for me, trust me. So again, I'm kind of going back and forth. I do that because it helps me keep it even. It helps my balance stay even. All right. So I'm going to go again. Did I not have any more of this? Oh, there it is. So I'm going to come down here, put a little there. And again, look at all the beautiful colors we've got going on so far. Charlotte, have you watched it? Oh my gosh. I mean, he's just like my kind of guy. He's got that personality, I guess, kind of cocky. I'm one of those passive aggressive people. And if I'm very, very upfront, very, very upfront, I will tell you that. But like, for example, this weekend, there was a friend of mine, and well, I'll say acquaintance right now because we used to be friends, and then she did something that I did not approve of, and so I distanced myself from her. You know, I mean, that's what we do. If they're not our people, we don't need to be hanging around them, right? So I distanced myself from her, and it's been years and years ago. Well, we are in the same circle again. We find ourselves, you know, around the same friends and stuff. And she actually said to Gary, the last time Gary saw her, she said, "Can you ask Stephanie what I need to do, or why she hates me so much," or something like that. And I actually kind of giggled when Gary told me that because, first of all, if you want to know, just come and ask me. It's not a big secret. She knows exactly why. And so I saw her this weekend. And so I'm the person who went up and I'm like, "Hey girl, can we have a chat? Can we talk?" And so, you know, go to the hallway, and I'm just very upfront and honest. "Hey, this is why I feel this way, and this is why I'm distancing myself." But, and she's like, "Well, that was a long time ago and I can't change the past." And I said, "Yeah, I know. But just know that you broke my trust. Broke my trust. You'll never have it back." Right? That's just the kind of person I am. I'm great, Rosie. How good to see you. Christine, you are best. Beth, I've seen the previews for Landman. A good friend of mine, actually Damon's stepfather, Ernie, and I, and of course Kathy as well, we're very close. So I'm very close with his parents. And Ernie used to work out on the oil rigs. And I don't want to watch it until I talk to Ernie. I don't know why. Because I'm going to ask him, I'm going to see him here next week. I'm going to ask him, is this real? Have you seen it? How accurate is it? Because rumor has it. I've heard rumors, so I want to ask him. That's all. I want to make it difficult for anybody else. Okay, look at this. We're just laying down the bed. This is just the greenery bed, and we're just going to keep layering on this. And again, I have my Etsy Made Easy class at 2 o'clock, so I can't be here all day. Where'd my spring branch go? Yes, let's add a little more of this spring branch. And right there. I love the color variation. Look at how that spring green just really pops off of there. So I want to make it cohesive. And Charlotte said, was it Charlotte? You said you've never worked with the moss wreath frames before. I'm telling you, they are so easy to work with. Charlotte, I'm telling you, we have so many things in common. We could be soul sisters, I feel like. All right, I can actually add some more of that later, but I'm going to start in because I want to get some of these big flowers. So these peonies, these are in the closeout section. So friends, if you want to grab some, I'm not sure how, ooh, that reminds me. Let me make sure I took mine out of inventory so that we don't oversell them. Heather will not be happy if we oversell them. Okay. All right, good deal. All right, so I'm going to trim him up. He has a little wire right here, so I'm going to actually make them both separately. So one is a closed bud, one is an open bud. And I don't need, well, hang on. Let's cut this one a little bit shorter. Add a little glue, and again, come in at an angle and just push it right down inside of that moss wreath frame. And this one's going to be kind of close, so I want it to get down as far as I can, as close to the frame as possible. Woo woo! Look at that. Love it. Love it, love it. You're going to have to try, absolutely. Haven't been on in a long time, doing a lot of testing. A liver transplant. Christine, bless your heart. Thank you for letting me know. I will keep you in my thoughts, I promise. Girl, liver transplant. All right, so I'm going to take that bud and I'm going to go behind. And the other one. There we go. A word of warning, when you're working with this moss wreath, it's just like working with Spanish moss in the floral class. You will get moss on your work environment. Just saying, it's just like glitter. You will get some moss on your work environment. Okay, let me do this one this way. There we go. And of course, they're all wired, so if I need to shape it in a different location or space, I can do that as well. And we're going to do one more. Going to take those buds and we're going to add those in here. Probably can't see if my head is in your way. And one more. Yes, so Charlotte's got a great point. She's like, I really like the fact that the moss wreath frame has a background already. And so there is less that you have to camouflage, right? I don't know if I want to put that there. Or go down this way. I think I'm going to go down towards the bottom. We still got a good view. Can you guys still see me okay? I think so. All right, perfect. So we've started to fill it in. Look at this. Don't forget, we have our croton. It almost sounds like Superman. Superman. So this has, this was the one that I said is also in the Blooms and Greenery box. It has several little cuts on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cuts on it. Or you can leave it together as a bush. Right now, I'm going to see, I'm not going to put glue on it yet. If I want to separate it or if I want to leave it as a bundle. I kind of like the bundle because I still am going to be adding some of our filler here. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to leave this one a bundle, but I'm going to use a second one and dissect it, and we're going to add it into the other so that it blends in with the other greenery that we have here. All right, so a little glue. I'm going to go up under so we hide the mechanics again. Yes, please. Spread a little love. Now take this one and I'm going to cut it into different sections. So now I'm going to put one up here. Come on, you can do it. There we go. And again, going to bring one down here. So see how it makes it cohesive and the flow. Now it doesn't look like it's a standalone item. Yes, please. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to some of this filler bush. So I'm going to take it and dissect it as well. After I take off that tag. My kitchen is bare. It has nothing in it. It's not going anywhere yet. We now have to wait for the flooring. We thought it was going to be put down last week, and it's been delayed till next week when I'm gone. So I leave on Sunday to head to Louisiana for Mastermind. So I'll be hanging out with everybody, you know, the Tammy Hodges and Damon and Melly Mel and all the peeps. I'll be hanging out with them next week. And, but they're going to be putting the floor in while I'm gone. So I'm going to miss all of that. But it sure is fun doing dishes in my bathroom sink while this is all happening. Do you smell the sarcasm? Just a little bit of sarcasm. So filler bushes are just that. Look at your design. Look at where you have maybe a spot that doesn't have quite as much in it as the rest of it, or other areas. And so then you take that and you make it into a filler. You're kind of filling in the gaps. I knew there was another one of these. I couldn't find it. I'm going to put that right there. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, Charlotte, awesome. I've never worked with a moss wreath, Karen said. Are they styrofoam on the inside? You know, I've never dissected one, but it is kind of like a foam texture, but it does have a wire frame, you know, like a solid frame to it. A wire frame is underneath there. As you can see, I don't know if you can tell, Karen, but I'm not having any problems adding my florals. It's a lot easier for me to work with these than it is a grapevine because I don't have all of the gaps that a grapevine would have. Ugh. And as Charlotte said, we've got the base of this is already full, so you don't have to worry about filling in. Yes, Karen, it is. It is very easy to work with. I did put a link, you guys, down. I pinned a link below in the comments to the floral and greenery section because everything that I'm using is in the floral and greenery section. And some of it is even on closeout right now. So like the peonies are on closeout. What else? Oh, that spring branch is on closeout. So go grab some. We just got a new stock of the moss frames in. Where was I going with this? So, I can't remember where it's going. I've got plenty of those in stock. And then I also got some of the crosses with the wire stakes. So they're moss crosses. And they have a 4-inch stake that'll go down into the ground. I'm going to turn him around so I can get a better leverage. Ta-da! And again, kind of spread that out a little bit. I don't like it. It's sticking out too far for me. Let me pull that back out and reconfigure this. Now, I do have a pick machine, so if I need to put a pick on the end of this because I'm dissecting it so much, I'll do that. In fact, why don't I just save myself some trouble right now? Ugh. All right, so I put that steel pick on it. You just got to make sure that when you put this into your design that you're putting it in at a nice angle, that the pick is not coming out the side or underneath it. Because Lord, we do not want one of our customers to cut their finger, slice open anything with that steel pick. There we go. I like that much better. I just didn't like the placement before. Shelly, I do too. I love to do the cross from my parents' grave. Oh, Charlotte, that's awesome. I still have a couple of grave saddles left. I haven't ordered any more, but I do know when I was looking this morning that I do still have some left. I've got a couple in stock. So if you need grave saddles, I've got those too. Those also should be under the floral and greenery section. Yes, please. And of course, pinks are always, very, very appropriate for spring. So, obviously just about any color on here would work. The recipe basically is we took the variegated greenery and we started our base with the different colors of greenery. And then we started adding real color to it. And so it's coming to life now with our color. And one more. That is not, is that part of it? Yes. Okay, good deal. I don't know if I'm going to get all that in a pic though. Okay, I've added ticks to all of that. And now we can kind of go a little bit faster. We don't have to wait for each individual one. So I'm going to come over here, add a little here. Got some variegated pink there. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So this wreath does not require a bow. No ribbon required. I won't need that one. And last but not least, I'm going to add in yet another color of green. Make sure I keep all of those. Thank you, Miss Helen. Glad you like it. And so I want to put maybe a piece up here. This is like a, I forget, it's something button. Something button greenery. But definitely it's got that spring vibe to it. So, you know that this was like the darkest color that I used, that ginkgo lint ginkgo. What did I call it? I don't know. That's definitely got the darkest green to it. And then this one is the lightest green that we're using. And look at how beautiful and full. This is going to look amazing. And I like the airiness of it all. One more of this, and then I'm going to add just a little bit more of that spring branch. And then I think I'm going to be very, very happy with the results. So like I said, I'm going to try and go live again later this week doing a swag with florals. Oh, my spring branch. And again, this guy is on the closeout as well. So go check out all those closeouts. It's the very top thing when you log into the website. It's the very first thing that you see. It says sale. I'm going to go underneath, I think. Yes. Okay. Ta-da. All right, let's bring it on up. Bring it on up to the top, to the very, very top. Okay. There we go. There we go. There we have it. Look at that. Is that not springy? Does that not scream? I love the fact that it's so elegant. It's very classy, especially with those different shades in there. And that light pink just kind of gives me that elegant vibe. So go check it out. The moss ring, again, super easy to work with. and fun, and it's easy to hang up. I keep a, of course that one's occupied right now. I keep a command hook, you know, like wreath hook. And just like that, hang it up. Super fun, except it's crooked. Hang on. There we go. Like that. It's super fun. All right, friends. Thank you, Debbie. I'm going to get ready to do Etsy Made Easy. I go live there in 10 minutes. So I'm going to go grab a drink, check on Emma. And if you are in the Etsy Made Easy workshop, I'll see you in 10 minutes or less. Have a good one, friends. Thanks for hanging out.